Hey, welcome back. My name is Marlena Camacho, and this is video number 5 in our Launching Your Pure Romance Business series. So now we're going to talk serious. This is probably going to be the longest video in this series because we're going to talk about how to make the magic happen, how to conduct a successful party. So first and foremost, when you go to a party, yes, what we do is fun, it's sexy, it's awesome, but we are professionals. So you want to make sure that you are dressed professionally. You want to make sure you have on clothes that you would wear like to a day job or a night out where you look good and classy, okay? When you arrive to the party, a lot of the training says to arrive 30 minutes early. I'm just gonna shoot straight with you guys. Women are usually running behind. So I tend to show up at the invitation time. I tell my hostess, the party's set for 7. Okay, great. I'm gonna show up at 7 as your guests are arriving so I can set up while they chit chat and snack, and then we'll get started no later than 7:30. I'm setting an expectation with her that we're going to start within 30 minutes of the time I arrive. It doesn't take me 30 minutes to set up, but I just know women. I know how it goes. You'll actually get some time alone with your hostess if she's interested in the business, get to answer some of her questions, etc. So let's talk about it. So when you get there, you're waiting to get started. Now, don't wait on a bunch of late guests. When you get there, if there's a lot of people there doesn't seem to be a lot of people arriving, ask your hostess, do we have everybody or are we waiting on a few? If she's still waiting on a few and it's before 7:30, great. Just say, oh, awesome. Okay, we'll look to start about 7:30. If, it's getting close to that time and she's still trying to wait on some, say, I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and start with a game and give them time to arrive? If they're later than that, then we can just catch them up. That way nobody has to leave early because we waited on somebody else. And it's important that you respect the guests who are on time. You respect their time. So let's talk about how to do this party, because a lot of people think that it's all about the product. And girl, there are so many ways to show product, and we'll do some videos on that later, but totally not the most important thing. The most important thing you're going to do at your party is book your next parties. Everything you do at the party should be geared toward making it fun, making it tempting to have her own party. So we're going to talk about that. So there are some main ingredients to a really great party. You want to start off in your intro and plant some seeds to get them interested in booking a party, interested in joining your business, and all interested in the products too. You're going to have a booking activity. You're going to have a sponsoring activity at every single party. Super important you don't miss that. And you are going to sum it all up at the end. That's where you'll do most of your talking, because in the beginning, they don't know if they like you yet. They don't know if they love your products yet. So at first, you're just asking them to think about it. So let's talk about it. You got everybody seated, and I like to start with an icebreaker game. So usually what I'll do is I'll introduce myself and say, hey ladies, my name's Marlena Camacho. You guys are looking fabulous tonight. I'm so glad you came. This is a pure romance party. Who has never ever been to one before? I ask that question just because it makes it easy for me to segue into my next portion. If they've all been, I'm just, cool, let's go. I usually just do the same segment. I just say, oh, so you guys already know. So what I usually say is, great, you guys who have never been before, you're going to have the most fun tonight because you've never seen any of this. It's all new to you. So what we're going to do tonight is not scary, I promise. We're going to taste, touch, and sample all kinds of sensual merchandise. We are going to demystify those bedroom toys for you. And most importantly, you're going to walk out of here with a bag of goodies just for you. Or you can say you're going to order some great goodies that are going to spice up your bedroom life, whichever one you want. All right. So then I say you're going to fall in love with all of the products. And that's why I want you to go ahead and turn to the back of your catalog. And in the back of your catalog, there is a little card that you can pull out that says wish list on it. All right. Every time you see a product, I want you to write it down on that wish list. I'm really great at sex toy charades, but to save some time in the ordering room, it's nice if you kind of have an idea of what you want. This wish list is yours to keep, as is the book. That way, the next time you see me, you already know what you have and what you didn't have. Now, girl, listen, if your wish list starts to get really long, you're going to want to consider having your own party. Get this, your friends are going to come over, you're going to pop open a bottle of wine, I'm going to do the rest. You're going to get a shopping spree based on the sales of the party. You're going to get an exclusive gift just from me. You'd be crazy not to have a party. Your friends are going to have a great time, and you're going to get lots of free and discounted goodies. In fact, most of my hostesses get about $100 to $200 in free and discounted products. Now, it's a dirty job giving away all these free Pure Romance products, but somebody's got to do it, girl. And if you ever thought to yourself, like, I could do what she's doing, or I'd like to start my own business, I'd like to work for myself, watch what I do tonight. It's not rocket science. So see what I'm doing there, guys? I'm asking them to watch what I do. It's not rocket science. I get to eat, drink, talk about sex, hang out with some cool chicks, and make money all at the same time. Actually, really great money. The average consultant makes about $200 to $300 per party. So if that sounds like a job for you, hit me up later, and I will send you home with some information. So we're going to go ahead and get started with an icebreaker game. Boom, done. You got it, guys? Feel free to rewind that, write it down, put it in your own words. The big keys is think about hosting a party, think about joining my team. You're going to love the products, right? Okay. So we're going to move into our mild products first. Actually, we're going to play our icebreaker game. I am going to put one in the comments on the Pure Romance Launchpad. It's like Pure Romance Launchpad $M$D Facebook group. So if you're not in it, join it. I will put an image down there with a couple of different icebreaker games. I like the one where you draw a snake. It's my favorite. It's my signature. It's my signature party game. All right, so you've played your icebreaker game. You want to start with your mild items. Start with like your pheromone perfume, so you can tell them what pheromones are, because there are pheromones in all of our Bath and Body products. And then you can go into the Bath and Body, okay? You're going to, as you move through the Bath and Body, you can do like foreplay, lingerie if you got it, you know, your enhancement creams. Then you're going to pause and you're going to say, hey ladies, who has a lot of stuff on their wish list already? Who already has at least 3 things they want to take home tonight? Great. All right, here's what I want to know next. Who loves free stuff? Everybody loves free stuff. You're going to see them raise their hand. Awesome. I have some envelopes here. And you guys, this is the envelope booking game. There are tons of different ways to book parties. This is my favorite. So, who loves free stuff? Great. I have a deal for you guys, because I know you already have a ton of stuff you want, and guess what? We haven't talked about the toys yet, or the stuff that goes with the toys. So you might want to get some free and discounted products, you guys. Right here, I have some envelopes, and inside of these envelopes is a gift that I will give you if you host a party for your friends, a fun, free girls' night in. I like to say if you have a fun, free girls' night in. I'm trying to get that host a party out of my vocabulary. It's a learning process. So if you have a fun, free girls' night in with me, I'm going to give you whatever's in this envelope. And these are some of my hottest items, and they range from about $30 to $60 in value. Now, some of you are party goers and some of you are party throwers, and I am not mad at you either way. You're allowed to say no to free stuff. That's totally fine, but keep in mind that when 3 of you hold a party with me, your hostess Susie is going to get an extra $100 in spending credits once all 3 of these parties hold. So who'd like to book a party? Now, this is important, you guys. I don't just stand there. I don't say who'd like to book a party and just stand there. Nope. I walk up to every single person in the room, offer them the envelopes. You'll see people play this with a basket of goodies. I find that they try to take the basket from me and pass it like a church collection plate, and it screws it up a little bit for me. And here's why I like to walk up to each person, because Jane over here is thinking, I want to do a party, but I can't do it right now, so I'm not going to tell her. But if I walk up to her, she'll say, oh, I want to do one just later, not right now. I'm like, oh, no problem, Jane. Go ahead and take an envelope and we'll talk. You don't have to do this party tomorrow. Trust me, I will hook you up. And we move on, okay? And so I'm going to nail down Jane's date just like I did in the other video when we were booking our friends and family that we called. Right? I'm going to be like, oh, you know, what's better for you? Monday night, whatever. She's like, oh, I don't know. I didn't look at my calendar. No problem, girl. Let's pick a date that we're pretty sure works. And I will call you on Monday and we'll confirm or rearrange that date. See? Easy peasy. That way you don't have to ask all your friends for all their schedules and they all give you different answers. We're going to pick a date that we're pretty sure works. You can ask them about that specific date. If it's not working, we'll change it. I won't hold it against you as long as we do it within the first few days, okay? So anyways, I go around, I give every single person that wants one an envelope. Once I get 1 or 2, I'm like, we just need 2 more. We just need 1 more. Jane, you're going to get $100 in free product. Now, don't get hung up on this $100 in free product, guys. First of all, you buy it at your price. Second of all, you don't have to make it a credit. You can make it $100 in free product, and you can buy what's on sale through Pure Romance Corporate. Third, almost never have to pay this out. Somebody moves their date, somebody cancels, and that's why I'm booking 3. I like to book 1 to replace the one I'm at, 1 to grow, and 1 just in case. So 1 to replace, 1 to grow, 1 just in case. So you want to book 3 parties at every party if you possibly can. Minimum 2. If you don't come out of a week of parties, like let's say you have 3 parties and you book 1 at one and 4 at another, and 1 at another, then cool, you did 2 parties at every party. But if you book 3 at one, 0 at one, and 0 at one, then you've got some homework to do. You need to find 3 more parties, because if you only have 1 party that books for every party that you do, then you're going to run out of parties, because there is a 25% cancellation rate. 1 in 5 parties will cancel or reschedule. So you always want your calendar a little bit more full than what you actually want to do. When I'm looking at my calendar and I'm trying to hit my goal number of parties for a month, I always book 1 extra party for every 4 I want to hold. Pro tip from me to you. Okay. So we played our game. Yay! We're gonna show the toys. I'm gonna show like my TLC, my toy tote, my toy cleanser, my lubricant. So it's tote, lubricant, cleanser. That's a TLC. I'm going to show all of my toys, and I'm gonna withhold that last toy because it's always a showstopper. And right now it's the main attraction. Sometimes it's the V39. Doesn't matter what that toy is, but I'm withholding. I'm gonna say, ladies, I have one more party. I have one more product to show you. But before I do, I want to give you all a chance to win a prize. By the way, guys, if you want to know what's in here, I almost forgot. It's just products. It's just like a card with a product on it. This one's a $50 shopping spree. I've got Body Boost, or Flirt Roller Ball, Body Boost. You don't have to have pictures of the products, you guys. You don't have to print a bunch of stuff. It's real easy. Scribble it on a piece of paper. Get some cute stationery to make it fun. You do not have to overcomplicate this. I have a printer, so I print them. You don't have to. Okay, if you want my file, holler at me. Anyways, and I have some that are for new consultants too, that have things that are featured in your kit, because I have like lingerie and stuff in mine. Anyways, so we're going to withhold the last toy. Before I show you this last toy, because I know I'm not going to get your attention again once it's in your hot little hands, I'm going to give you a chance to earn another prize. Now, this next thing that we're going to do, guys, is so important too. A lot of new consultants will skip playing some sort of sponsoring game. Don't do that. You know this business works. I'm sitting right here in front of you. I make damn near $200,000 a year. There's Dana Barish, who made $100,000 in a month earlier this year. This business works. There are women all the time making hundreds of dollars at every party. Now, long term, are you going to succeed? Are you going to keep at it? It's really up to you. It's just a matter of you keeping pushing. I actually had trouble booking parties early in my business, but I pushed through, and I have a multi-million-dollar sales team. So that's the only thing that you have to worry about, is what you're going to do. So when people are like, oh, I'm going to wait and see how it goes, girl, if you wait and see, nothing will happen. But if you get out there and you take action, stuff will happen. You don't have to worry about training these people. Look at these videos. You get to share these videos. It's easy. They're already here for you. And when you get like, you get too big to be using mom's videos, then make your own. It's easy. You just copy what I do. So look at this. These are some tickets. They're 2-sided tickets. You can get these at Walmart, Dollar Store. If you're lazy like me, you can use cue cards, actually, like the just blank cue cards that you get in the school supply section, Dollar Store, whatever. Put numbers on them, 1 through 8. You can do 8 tickets like this if you want to be fancy and do a drawing, okay? And so I like to play the Ask Me About My Job game. There's also Rosy Romance. I'm going to post that in the Pure Romance Launchpad $M$D website. But what's cool about Ask Me Anything, or Let's Be Nosy is what I call it, is it gets them asking questions, and it really boosts your confidence, because once you start answering questions, people get super duper stoked about the business, and they want to keep asking you questions, and you have to cut them off, and it's kind of awesome. Okay, so what I do is I say, okay, guys, I'm gonna give you one more chance to win a prize before I show you this last toy. We're gonna play a game called Let's Be Nosy, and here's what Let's Be Nosy is about. When I started my business, I loved it immediately, but I found a lot of people had questions for me, and I'm going to give you a chance to ask me questions. Now, you can ask me anything you want to about my business. Not my business, but my business, okay? I'm going to give you one of these tickets, or I'm going to give you one of these cards. At the end, I'm going to call out a number. The person with that number is going to win a prize, you guys. So there's prizes involved, even if you're not interested. Go ahead and ask some questions. You can ask me things like, now here's the important part, guys. I'm giving them example questions to hurry them up, because otherwise I'll be like, I don't know. So you can ask me anything you like. You can ask me how a new consultant gets trained. You can ask me how much money I make. You can ask me how many parties I do each week. You can ask me what the average consultant makes, or even about the training. You can ask me about trips you can earn, anything you want. Ask me anything, so long as it's about my business, okay? Not product, not my husband, but my business. So who wants to go first? Now, you guys, sometimes they're staring at you like does in the headlight, even if you gave them, so you primed the pump with questions. That doesn't mean they don't want to know things. It just means their brains haven't caught up to you yet. So I like to just hand up a ticket and I say, oh, do you want to know how much money the average consultant makes at a party? I told you guys earlier, do y'all remember? Who remembers? The average consultant makes $200 to $300 per party in just 3 hours worth of work. Great question. Next question. Who has a question? That will usually get them going. Just if they ask about trips, say, oh yeah, girl, you can earn all kinds of trips with Pure Romance. There are some girls in Italy right now. We've gone to the Caribbean. We've gone, just you name it, all kinds of trips. And the best part is that they level their trips according to how new you are, so you don't have to work as hard as somebody that's been in the business a long time. Great question. Next question. Who wants to know what's in the consultant kits? You can it's a good time to get out the kit comparison chart, talk about what's in the kits. Okay, so your prize at the end of this is a golden envelope. You can do something like this. I have some big sparkly ones. Hold on, I'll grab them for you. Take a look at this. Kit comparison chart. How do I make money? These are things you can print off the COO, or you can ask me for my specific files. There's different versions of these. There's a Did You Know sponsoring sheet. We actually have a opportunity brochure that you can buy on the COO, so you don't have to print anything if you don't want to. And you can even just put a little foil packet. That's a sample product. You've got lots of those in your kit. Whoop. Something like this. A lot of girls like to use Just Like Me, so you can be just like me. Any kind of prize will do, because any kind of foil packet will do as the prize, but inside you're going to have a little bit of information on the business for her to take home. Now, when you've passed out 8 cards, you're going to call it a number, that person wins. Now you're going to say, okay, before we go any further, I have one more prize to give away. Turn over your Let's Connect card. I want you to write your name, your first and last name at the top. I don't have them fill out the whole Let's Connect card because I had them put their information on my iPad. When I go to parties, I don't like to fill out my information 600 times with, by hand with pencil, because I have terrible handwriting and it just sucks. So I don't make them do that. You can, it's fine. But what I do is I have them write their name on it and I say, okay, I have 4 questions for you. The first one, tell me about you. Are you married with children? Are you single like a Pringle? What do you do now for a living? All right. Question number 2. If you were making an extra $1,000 a month, what would you do with it? What would you spend it on? Question number 3 is, oh snap, am I missing my questions? Question number 3, might be 3 questions. Let's just do 3 questions. If I would teach you, this is actually in the COO, you can print it up. If I could teach you, train you, show you how, would you be interested in learning more about making money with Pure Romance? Boom, you're done. I think it's what do you do now? I think I combine the first 2. It's what do you do now? Tell me about yourself. 3 is, if you had an extra $1,000 a month, what would you spend it on? 4 is, if I could teach you, train you, show you how, would you be interested in learning more about making money with Pure Romance? Girl, you're done. Show your last toy. Boom, boom, you're done. Okay. Then you say, all right, I want to thank our hostess, Susie, for, having me out. You guys have been amazing. We're going to take orders privately in our shopping room that she set aside, one at a time. And you guys can come back there. I'm not going to tell anybody what you ordered. You're welcome to tell them what you ordered, but it won't come from me. Okay. For that reason, I like you guys to come in one at a time when you do your orders there. And then this is where you want to talk about your shipping policies, and your payment plans. I take cash, check, Visa, Master, American Express, and Discover. You don't have to take checks. I do. You can also, if you do Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, any of that, Google Wallet, whatever, just throw them out there, and then say there is a $7 shipping charge on all orders, whether it's here or if I have to mail it to you, and that's because it covers the shipping from the corporate office to me. If I have to mail something to you, I take care of that. I cover that. Don't worry about that. There's no additional charge if I have to mail something to you. Because a lot of people think, they come back and they think if you have to mail it to them, they're going to get charged shipping. They don't. Everybody gets charged shipping. And just so you know, guys, you're usually going to turn a profit on your shipping if you're shopping smart, and we'll talk about that in another video. But this just makes it easy for them to understand. It covers the shipping from the home office to me, okay? If you don't have inventory, you don't have to worry about covering that aspect. Most people don't even ask when you take their order. Now, we're going to talk about the shopping room next. A couple of quick things I feel like I didn't cover in this. One, you want to gift your hostess. So presumably it was whatever she won in this little envelope. When she went to a party, or if she didn't, then you're just going to pick something to give her. I like to give that thank you gift when I show that product, because it makes people excited to host a party. And if they don't know what the product is when you give it to her, like say you give it to her at the beginning and you give her Body Boost and you haven't shown Body Boost yet, they're not going to remember by the time you get to Body Boost that you gave her Body Boost. So when I show Body Boost, I'm going to give my hostess her Body Boost as a hostess gift and saying, guys, guess what? This is actually Mary's hostess gift tonight for having me out. Remember, when you host a party with me, you get a gift, you get discounts, you get all kinds of free stuff. I'm going to plant seeds throughout the presentation just like that. You know, if we're having a really great time and we're laughing, we say, guys, can you believe they paid me to do this? Or if somebody else makes a joke and makes me laugh, I'm like, girl, you are funny. I would love to work with you. Do you need some extra money? Do you? And then I'll move on. I won't sit there and wait for her to answer. I'm just planting a seed. I'm going to move on. I'm going to talk to her some more later. You can also just randomly give her one of these little golden ticket envelopes that has your business information in it. Guys, it doesn't have to have a shit ton of information. In fact, less is more in this case. You want her to have questions, because if she doesn't have questions, it's really hard to have a conversation with her. So you do want just a little bit of information in there, not a ton, okay? Same thing with booking a party. If you're showing like you know, the vibrators and be like, these are really expensive. Be like, oh girl, well, you know what? I do them half price for my hostesses. Or if you're new, I do them 30% off for my hostesses. If you've been around a while, I do them 40% off for my hostesses. If you get a team, I do them 50% off for my hostesses. Really easy, okay? Let's say you're like, hey, is your list really long? That's how we get you, girl. Let's get a party together. Your friends are gonna have a great time. You don't have to like do a big spread or anything. In fact, it's easier with light snacks, things like that. You're gonna plant that throughout your presentation, and that's between your products. So like showing product, you can't really screw that up. There are ways to get better at it, and I'm happy to share some of that with you. But the most important thing you gotta do is get parties booked at every party. 3, 1 to replace, 1 just in case, 1 to grow. And you guys, when you get that down, everything else is easy, because you have lots of time to practice your selling skills. You have lots of time to practice your sponsoring skills. This is the most important thing you're going to do, is book those parties at every party. So sell it like it's your best product. All right, guys, we still need to talk about ordering and doing the shopping room. We're going to do that in another video. So I'll see you in that one. Have a great day.